Hello. So the distinction for the week is what are you going to use it for? And lots of different thoughts came up around this one. I used life in general to beat myself up for most of my early life, until I went cuckoo at the age of 20 for the first time, and then I went cuckoo several times after that. And the way I did it was I used everything to just justify beating myself up in my mind, having a mantra of self-hatred. And there was a gift that came from God, I believe now, and I was pretty much an atheist at the time it came, I believe. I'm not sure of timing, but it was, if it feels good, believe it. And if something comes along that feels better than that, kick it out and believe the next thing. So I started to do that. I started finding things that felt good and felt good. And so I used things that felt good to replace the self-loathing that I had lived with, just for as long as I could remember. And that was wonderful. And it brought me ultimately to the Course in Miracles, which was material that felt as good as anything I could find. And it claims to be authored by Christ, and I happen to believe that. And in the Earthwaking Village that I'm part of, the founder had found that too and also valued it. And he also found the Bible, which I was very resistant to because it didn't feel good every which way in there. And so I was like, no, 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 thanks anyway. But as I mature in what am I going to use it for, I am finding that God, the Course in Miracles points back to the Bible. God, who has seemed to evolve as we're evolving, there was a very wrathful time, and then it moved into a very forgiving and Christian Christ time, and now it's, the Course in Miracles seems to be where we're heading. Um, and I'm using everything that I'm learning in the Bible to embrace everything. Everything, if there is a God, comes from God, is God, then it's all valuable. It's either non-existent, even if it might look real. So I'm going to use everything to remind myself of God and be in relation to God, with God. And in this incredibly interesting petri dish I live in the Earthwaking Village, we are just like some kind of wonderful experiment, coming to use everything that happens, and some of it is very painful as we divest of old self and become open to what did God create versus what did I make to protect myself. So there isn't a thing that we can't use. Explosions and joy for gratitude, explosions for gratitude, that everything, if you're going to use it to be one with God and to ring in the kingdom of heaven, that's what it's for. And that truly is the creation, I believe.